victorious ones. I and all sentient beings as vast as space, until I reach the essence of supreme enlightenment, go for refuge to the glorious pure Lamas, go for refuge to the perfect enlightened victorious ones, go for refuge to the pure Dharma, go for refuge to the superior Sangha. Sangye chodam sogi chonam la janchu badu dagni kapsuchi dagi jin sogi pedi dagi chola penche sangye chupa chug Sangye chodam sogi chonam la janchu badu dagni kapsuchi dagi jin sogi pedi dagi chola penche sangye chupa chug Sangye chodam sogi chonam la jangchu badu dagni kapsuchi dagi jinsogi pedi dagi drola penche sangye drupashu. In particular, in order to benefit all my mother's sentient beings, quickly and more quickly, I must achieve the precious state of perfect and complete Buddhahood. Therefore, I am going to undertake the yoga of Venerable Aryatara. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. And may all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from the desire for friends and hatred for enemies. So we'll just pause to reflect on those four immeasurables. Self-generation. In one instance, I arise as Venerable Aryatara. Om Vajra Amrita Kundalini Hana Hana Hum Te. Om Sarva Shuddha Sabadama Sarva Shuddha Hum. Everything is emptiness only. While it is empty, from Yam appears wind, from Ram fire, and from Ara transcendent wisdom skull cup, vast and big. In it, from the melting of the five meats and five nectars, comes a huge ocean of transcendental wisdom nectar. Om Ahum, Om Ahum, Om Ahum. Om Vajra Amrita Kundalini Hana Hana Hum Pe. Om Sarva Shuddha Sabadama Sarva Shuddha Hum. Everything is emptiness only. What is empty, from calm skull cup vessels appear. Inside these, from whom appear the offering substance whose nature is empty, and who appears the individual aspects. Your sort of enjoyment for the six senses, they give rise to special uncontaminated bliss. Om Agam Ahum, Om Padyam Ahum, Om Vajra Pupe Ahum, Om Vajra Dupe Ahum, Om Vajra Alake Ahum, Om Vajra Gande Ahum, Om Vajra Nude Ahum, Om Vajra Shabda Ahum. In the space before me, on a lion throne, lotus and moon disk, sits Kandiravani Tara, who is inseparable from my root Lama. Above her are Venerable Atisha and the other lineage Lamas, and she is surrounded by the 21 Haras and so forth, the Yidams, Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Hearers, Self-Realizers, and Oath-bound Protectors. Your exalted body is the embodiment of all Buddhas, you and nature, Vajra holder, the very root of the three round sublime ones. I prostrate to all gurus. Your exalted body is the embodiment of all Buddhas, you are nature, Vajra holder, very root of three round sublime ones. I prostrate to all gurus. Your exalted body is the embodiment of all Buddhas, you are nature, Vajra holder, the very root of the three round sublime ones. I prostrate to all gurus, the Saviour having great compassion, the Founder having all understanding, the field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean. To you, the one gone to thusness, I prostrate. The Saviour having great compassion, the Founder having all understanding, the field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean. To you, the one gone to thusness, I prostrate. the Saviour having great compassion, the Founder having all understanding, the field about with qualities like a vast ocean, to you, the one gone to thusness, I prostrate. The purity that frees one from attachment, the virtue that frees one from the lower realms, the one path of sublime pure reality, to the Dharma that pacifies, I prostrate. The purity that frees one from attachment, the virtue that frees one from the lower realms, the one path of sublime pure reality, to the Dharma that pacifies, I prostrate. The purity that frees one from attachment, the virtue that frees one from the lower realms, the one path of sublime pure reality, to the Dharma that prostrates, I prostrate. Those who are liberated also show the path to liberation. The holy feel qualified with realization, who are devoted to the moral precepts, to the sublime community intending virtue, I prostrate. Those who are liberated also show the path to liberation. The holy feel qualified with realization, who are devoted to the moral precepts, to you the sublime intending virtue, I prostrate. Those who are liberated also show the path to liberation. The holy feel qualified with realizations, who are devoted to the moral precepts, to you the sublime community intending virtue, I prostrate. Om Sava Tata Gata Sapariva Agam Prati Sahum Soha Om Sava Tata Gata Sapariva Padyam Prati Sahum Soha Om Sava Tata Gata Sapariva Upe Prati Sahum Soha Om Sava Tata Gata Sapariva Dupe Prati Sahum Soha Om Sava Tata Gata Sapariva Alake Prati Sahum Soha Om Sava Tata Gata Sapariva Yende Prati Sahum Soha Om Sava Tata Gata Sapariva Nude Prati Sahum Soha Om Sava Tata Gata Sapariva Shabda Prati Sahum Soha Om Sava Tata Gata Sapariva Om Ahum. I prostrate to all the victorious ones and their children. I present clouds of every type of offering, actual and imagined. I declare all my negative actions accumulated since beginningless time, and rejoice in the merit of all holy and ordinary beings. Please remain until the end of cyclic existence and turn the wheel of Dharma for living beings. I dedicate my own merits and those of all others to the great enlightenment. Jinkam uwa shio om vajra bhumi aho wense sege zaji om vajra reki aho chi chari koi ke koe yusu riga pori rao shalupapo lo zambuli nubalan cho draminyan ludan lupa nayan dan nayan chen Yoden lo chuchuru, drumming yanga, drumming yangida, Shadu Longpo Rinpoche, Lokinda Rinpoche, Nututa Rinpoche, Jangdu Sumo Rinpoche, Shalomapo Rinpoche, Lobun Nukolo Rinpoche, Nujangdu Nobo Rinpoche, Jangsha De Tempo Bumpa, Nangdi Shadi Nuima, Nutudawa. My own and others' body, speech, mind, wealth, 73 times, this pure and precious mandala and a massive amount of Ajra offerings. I mentally take and offer to my Guru Yidam and the three precious ones. Please accept them through your compassion and bestow your inspiration. Sashi Poki Jushi Meto Tra Ralichi Nidegen Padi Sange Shindu Miteo Jingla Zopa. Please, Holy Jetson Guru, from billion clouds of compassion and wisdom in the sky of the Dharmakaya, make rainfalls or profound and extensive teachings of whatever is suitable for the ears of the sentient beings who are the objects to be subdued. Idam Guru Ratna Mandala Kamniya Tayami. Sangye Chodam Sogi Chonam La Jangchu Badu Dagni Kapsuchi Dagi Jin Sogi Pedi Dagi Drola Penchi Sangye Drupashu Sangye Chodam Sogi Chonam La Jangchu Badu Dagni Kapsuchi Dagi Jin Sogi Pedi Dagi Drola Penchi Sangye Drupashu Sangye Chodam Sogi Chonam La Jangchu Badu Dagni Kapsuchi Dagi Jin Sogi Pedi Dagi Rola Penchi Sangye Drupashu. Please bless me to devote myself in thought and action to the virtuous teacher, the very source of all goodness, by training in the path that pleases all the conquerors, may I reach unsurpassed enlightenment. Please bless me to devote myself in thought and action to the virtuous teacher, the very source of all goodness, by training in the path that pleases all the conquerors, may I reach unsurpassed enlightenment. Please bless me to devote myself in thought and action to the virtuous teacher, the very source of all goodness, by training in the path that pleases all the conquerors, may I reach unsurpassed enlightenment. Okay, first round. Ladang lamin chopengi, shabni pamula tude, pompa kunle josepe, droma yumla chatsalo. Ladang lamin chopengi, shabni pamula tude, pompa kunle josepe, droma yumla chatsalo. Ladang lamin chopengi, sabni pamula tude, Pampa Kunle Josepe Droma Yumla Chatsalo Ladang Lamin Chopangi Japni Kremula Tude Pampa Kunle Josepe Droma Yumla Chatsalo Ladang Lamin Chopangi Sabni Pamela Tude Pampa Kunle Josepe Droma Yumla Chatsalo Ladang Lamin Chopangi Sabni Pamela Tude Pampa Kunle Josepe Droma Yumla Chasa Kunle Josepe Droma Yumla Chatsalo Om Maria Tare Sapariva Agam Prati Sahum Soha Om Maria Tare Sapariva Padyam Prati Sahum Soha Om Maria Tare Sapariva Pupe Prati Sahum Soha Om Maria Tare Sapariva Dupe Prati Sahum Soha Om Maria Tare Sapariva Aloke Prati Sahum Soha Om Maria Tare Sapariva Yende Prati Sahum Soha Om Maria Tare Sapariva Nude Prati Sahum Soha Om Maria Tare Sapariva Shabda Prati Sahum Soha Om Arya Tare Saparivari Om. To Aryatara's holy feet I prostrate. I present clouds of every type of offering, actual and imagined. I declare all my negative actions accumulated since beginning this time, and rejoice in the merits of all holy and ordinary beings. Please remain until the end of cyclic existence and turn the wheel of Dharma for living beings. I dedicate my own merits and those of all others to the great enlightenment. Jinkang Ubashio Bhadra Bhumi Ahum Wense Sege Saji Vajra Reki Ahum Chi Chari Koi Kuko Yusu Riga Porira Chalupapo Lo Zambuling Nu Balam Cho Jami Yang Ludan Lupa Nayan Dan Nayan Shen Yodan Nanda Chojo Jamin Yanga Jamin Yangida Shadu Lampo Rinpoche Lokinda Rinpoche Nututa Rinpoche, Jangdu Sumo Rinpoche, Chalamampo Rinpoche, Lob Nutu Kolo Rinpoche, Nu Jangdu Nobo Rinpoche, Jangshe Teche Jempo Bampa, Nangi Shadu Nima, Nutu Dawa. My own and others' body, speech, mind, wealth, and the virtues of the 3 times, this pure and precious mandala, and a massless amount of Ajah's offerings. I mentally take and offer to my Guru Yidam and the 3 precious ones. Please accept them through compassion and bestow your inspiration. Saji Poki Jushin Meto Tra Chi Ni Degen Padi Sange Jingdu Mi Teo Yi Punanda Jila Chopa Shu. In the land encircled by snowy mountains, you are the source of all happiness and good. All-powerful Chenrezig Tenzin Gyatso, please remain until samsara ends. Idam Guru Ratna Mandala Kamniyatayami. Sange Chodam Soki Chonam La Jangchu Badu Dagni Kapsuchi Dagi Jinsogi Pedi Dagi Drola Penchi Sange Drupashu Sange Chodam Soki Chonam La Jangchu Badu Dagni Kapsuchi Dagi Jinsogi Pedi Dagi Drola Penchi Sange Drupashu Sange Chodam Sogi Chonam La Jangchu Badu Dagni Kapsuchi Dagi Jinsogi Pedi Dagi Yola Penchi Sange Drupashu. Let me and all those who need protection come under the supreme giving gesture of your right hand, as well as the refuge granting gesture that liberates from all fears. Okay, so we start the praises doing it twice. I prostrate to noble transcendent liberator. Homage tower swift heroic, eyes like lightning instantaneous, sprung from open stamens of the Lord of Three-Born Seaborn Lotus. Homage she whose face combines 100 autumn moons at fullest, blazing with bright rays resplendent, as a thousand star collection. Homage golden blue on lotus, water born in hand adorning, giving effort calm austerities, patience meditation history. Homage crowned Tathagata, action triumph without limit, relied on by conqueror's children, having reached every perfection. Homage filling with Chitare, whom desire direction and space, trampling with the feet the 7 worlds, able to do all being. Homage worshipped by the All-Lord, Chakra Amri Brahma Maru, honored by the host of spirits, course raises Gandhari's actions. Homage with the train pace and destroy for his magic diagrams, her feet pressing left at right, and blazing in a raging fireblaze. Homage to a very dreadful destroyer of Mara's champions, she with frowning lotus visage, who is slayer of all enemies. Homage at her heart of fingers, adorned with Rudra Mudra. Light rays masses all exciters, all directions wheels adorn her. Homage she so joyous radiant, crowned emitting garlands of light, Methu laughing with Titare, subjugating Mara's devas. Homage able to summon all earth guardians assembly, taking crowning with the Humsai, saving from every misfortune. Homage crown adorned with crescent, moon ornaments by shining, and Mitaber in the hand, sending out my child eternal. Homage she with brave blaze like, eon in the fire abiding, right left choice around you. troops of enemies destroying. Homage she strikes the ground with her powerful beats, scaling with the letter whom the 7 levels she does conquer. Homage happy, virtuous, peaceful, shields for the peace nirvana. She endowed with Omen Soha, destroyer of the great evil. Homage she able to surround it, tearing foes bodies asunder. Priest with home and knowledge mantra, arrangement of the 10 letters. Homage to we see letter of the shape of syllable. By stamping checks the 3 words. Mary, Amanda, and Binya. Homage training in a hand. Hammock moon of David Lake form. Which was for Kantara and Pay. Totally dispelling poison. Homage she gods and their kings. And the kinner is to honor. Armored in all joyful splendor. She disposed by dreams and conflicts. Homage to you, two dark bright with radiance of sun and full moon. Which was Tara and Tutare. She disposed to be contagion. Homage for the liberating. Papa said of 3 natures. Discharge hopes of spirit actions. And raise courses supreme to these praises with root matches and prostrations. Thus are 21. Oh, my prostrated noble transcendent liberator. Homage Tara, swift heroic, eyes like lightning instantaneous, sprung from open stamens of the Lord of 3121 Lotus. Homage she face combines 100 illusions of fullest, blazing with white rays resplendent, as a 1,000-star collection. Homage golden blue on lotus, water born in hand adorning, giving effort calm austerities, patience meditation herdsman. Homage crown of Tathagatas, action triumph without limit, relied on by conqueror's children, having reached every perfection. Homage filling with Tutare, whom desire direction and space, trampling with the feet the 7 worlds, able to draw thoughtful being. Homage worshipped by the All Lord, Chakra Army Brahma Maru, honored by the host of spirits, coast races Gandhara. Homage with a tray and pay sounds, disposed by exacting diagram, perfect pressing left uprighted, blazing in a raging fireplace. Homage to a very dreadful, destroyer of marriage champions, he with frowning lotus visage, who is slayer of all enemies. Homage had a heart of fingers, adorned with 3 mudra, light rays masters all excited, all erections wheels adorn her. Homage she so joyous radiant, crown emitting gallons of light. Bothful laughing with Tutare, subjugating Mars death. Homage she able to summon Earth Guardians assembly, shaking frowning with a home sign, saving from every misfortune. Homage crowned adorned with crescent, moon ornaments were shining, Amitabha in her hand, sending out my child eternal. Homage she rebreathed the blaze like Eon in new fire abiding, righteous breathless joy surround you, troops of enemies destroying. Homage she strikes the ground with her powerful beats, scaling with the letter whom the 7 levels she does conquer. Homage happy, virtuous, peaceful, she is fearless, peace nirvana. She endowed with Omen Soha, destroyer of the great evil. Homage she joy surrounded, tearing foes bodies asunder. Reach with whom and knowledge mantra, arrangement of the 10 letters. Homage to a witty letter of the shape of syllable. By sampling shakes the 3 worlds. Mary, Amanda, and Binya, homage holding in a hand the hammock moon of David Lakeful, which was for Kantara and Pay, totally dispelling points. Homage she and gods and their kings, and the kinner is to honor, armored in all joyful splendor, she disposed by dreams and conflicts. Homage she is 2 eyes bright with radiance of sun and full moon, which was spoken to Tari, she disposed to be contagion. Homage for the liberating, powered by the set of 3 natures, stars hopes of spiritual actions, and raises corpses into these praises with rude mantras and prostrations, thus are 21. Venerable Arya, great treasure of compassion, grant your blessings to increase all favorable conditions and to clear away every obstacle so that all mankind beings may swiftly enter the city of eternal joy. Venerable Arya, great treasure of compassion, grant your blessings to increase all favorable conditions and to clear away every obstacle that all migrating beings may swiftly enter the city of eternal. Venerable Arya, great treasure of compassion, grant your blessings to increase all favorable conditions and to clear away every obstacle that all migrating beings may swiftly enter the city of eternal joy. Second round. Ladang lamin chopangi, sabni pamola tude, Pampa kunle Josepe, Jomayim la chasalo, Ladang lamin chopangi, sabni pamola tude, Pampa Kule Josepe Drama Yamla Chatsalo Ladang Lamin Chopangi Samni Pamo Latude Pampa Kule Josepe Drama Yamla Chatsalo Ladang Lamin Chopangi Samni Pamo Latude Pampa Kule Josepe Drama Yamla Chatsalo Ladang lachin chegengi sabni pemo latude pampa kunle Josepe Jomayim la chatsalo Ladang lamin chopangi sabni pemo latude pampa kunle Josepe Jomayim la chatsalo Ladang lamin chopangi sabni pemo latude Pampa Kunle Josepe Dromayum La Chatsalo Om Maria Tare Saparira Agam Prati Sahum Soha Om Maria Tare Saparira Padyam Prati Sahum Soha Om Maria Tare Saparira Pupe Prati Sahum Soha Om Maria Tare Sapariwa Dupe Prati Sahum Soha Om Maria Tare Sapariwa Aloke Prati Sahum Soha Om Sarya Tare Sapariwa Gande Prati Sahum Soha Om Maria Tare Sapariva Nude Prati Sahum Soha Om Maria Tare Sapariva Chapter Prati Sahum Soha Om Aryatare Sapariva Om Ahum to Aryatara's holy feet I prostrate. I present clouds of every type of offering, actual and imagined. I declare my negative actions accumulated since beginning this time, and rejoice in the merits of all holy and ordinary beings. Please remain until the end of psychic existence and turn the wheel of Dharma for living beings. I dedicate my own merits and those of all others to the great enlightenment. Jinkam Uwajiro Om Bhadra Bhumi Ahum Wensesaji Om Bhadra Reki Ahum Chi Chari Koyi Kikoe Yusu Riga Porirab Shalupapo Lo Zambuli Lu Balancho Jan Jaminyan Ludan Lupa Nayan Dan Nayan Chen Yoden no Chocho Draminyenga Draminyengida Sadhu Lampo Rinpoche Nokunda Rinpoche Nututa Rinpoche Jangdu Sumo Rinpoche Chalo Mampo Rinpoche Lo Nutu Kolo Rinpoche Nubjang Nu Nobo Rinpoche Jangshe Deche Jempa Bumpa Nangi Shadu Nima Nutu Dawa. My own and others' body, speech, and mind, wealth and virtues are the 3 times this pure, precious mandala and a massive amount of badges offered. I mentally take and offer to you, my Guru, the 3 precious ones. Please accept them through compassion and bestow your inspiration. Saji Bhakti Joshi Meito Travi Ravli Chi Ni Degan Padi Sange Chindu Mi Te Uwa Yi Pu Da Jila Chopashi. May my Venerable Lama's life be firm, his white divine action spread in the 10 directions. May the torch of the teachings of Losang always remain, dispelling the darkness of all beings in the 3 realms. Idam Guru Ratna Mandala Kamniyataya. Sangye chodam sogi chonam la jangchu badu dagni kapsuchi dagi jin sogi peti dagi jola penchi sangye pashu. Sangye chodam sogi chonam la jangchu badu dagni kapsuchi dagi jin sogi peti dagi jola penchi sangye pashu. Sangye chodam sogi chonam la Jiangchu Badu Dagni Kapsuchi, Dagi Jinsogi Pedi Dagi, Jola Penshi Sange Drupasho. Let me and all those who need protection come under the supreme giving gesture of your right hand, as well as the refuge granting gesture that liberates from all fears. We do the praises 3 times. I prostrate to noble transcendent liberator. Homage Tara, swift heroic. Eyesight lightning instantaneous. Sprung from open stamens of the Lord of Three, one chief on lotus. Homage to his face combines 100 ornaments at fullest. Blazing with bright rays resplendent. As a thousand star collection. Homage golden blue on lotus. Water born in hand adorning. Giving effort calm austerities. Patience meditation history. Homage crown at Tathagatas. Action triumph without limit, relied on by conquered children, having reached every perfection, homage filling with Tatare, whom desire direction and space, grappling with the feet the seven worlds, able to draw thoughtful beings, homage worshipped by the all Lord, Shaka Amribama Maru, honored by the host of spirits, cultivated Gandharish actions, homage with a tray and pacer, this first was the diagram, heavy pressing left upright, blazing in a raging fireblaze, homage to a very dreadful, destroyer of Mara's champion, she with frowning lotus visage, who is slayer of all enemies, homage at her heart of fingers, adorned with 3 mudra, light rays masters all excited, all directions wheels adorn her, homage she so joyous radiant, crown emitting garlands of light, both laughing with Tutare, subjugating Mara's devas, homage she able to summon, all with guardians assembled, shaking frowning with the home side, saving from every misfortune. Homage crown adorned with crescent, moon ornaments were shining, Amitabha in her hand, sending out much light eternal. Homage he with the blades light, Eon in the fire body, watch reflected joy surround you, troops of enemies destroying. Homage she strikes the ground with her powerful foot beats it, scaling with the letter home the 7 levels she does conquer. Homage happy, virtuous, peaceful. She is fearless, peace, nirvana. She endowed with Om and Soha, destroyer of the great evil. Homage she rejoice surrounded, tearing both bodies asunder. Reads with home and knowledge mantra, arrangement of the 10 letters. Homage to a witty letter, of the shape of syllable home. 5 foot sampling checks the 3 words, Mary, Manda, and Binya. Homage holding in a hand the hammock moon of David Lakefall. We touch for Kantara and pay, totally dispelling poison. Homage and gods and their kings, and the Kinnaris to honor. Ahmed in all joyful splendor, she dispels bad dreams and conflicts. Homage shoes to us bright with radiance, the sun and full moon. We touch Tara and to Tara, she dispels the contagion. Homage for liberating, powered by the set of 3 natures, destroys hopes of spirits, yakshas, and raises closer to these praises with raptures and prostrations thus are T1. I prostrate to noble transcendent liberator. Homage Tara, swift heroic, eyes like lightning instantaneous, sprung from open stamens of the Lord of Three, one chief on lotus. Homage you, face combines 100 ornaments at fullest, blazing with bright rays resplendent, as a thousand star collection. Homage golden blue one lotus, water born in hand adorning, giving effort calm austerities, patience meditation history, homage crowned Tathagatas, action triumph without limit, relied on by conquered children, having reached every perfection, homage filling with Tatare, whom desire direction and space, trampling with the feet the 7 worlds, able to draw thoughtful beings, homage worshipped by the all Lord, Chakra Amri Brahma Maru, honored by the host of spirits, cultivations Gandharish actions, homage with a train pace, this was magic diagram, perfect pressing left out riding, blazing in a raging fireblaze. Homage to a very dreadful, destroyer of Mara's champions. She with frowning lotus visage, who is slayer of all enemies. Homage had a heart of fingers, adorned with her true mudra. Light rays masses all excited, all directions will adorn her. Homage she so joyous radiant, crown emitting gowns of light, laughing with Tutare, subjugating Mara's devas. Homage she able to summon all its guardians assembly, shaking crowning with a home side, saving from every misfortune. Homage crown adorned with crescent, moon ornaments my shining, Amitabha in a hand, sending out my side eternal. Homage she wreath ablaze like Eon in the fire body, rush at left distress around you, troops of enemies destroying. Homage she strikes the ground with her powerful beats, scaling with the letter home, the seven levels she does conquer. Homage happy, virtuous, peaceful. She is peaceful, peaceful honor. She endowed with and Soha, destroyer of great evil. Homage she enjoys surrounded, tearing first bodies asunder, reached with home and knowledge mantra, arrangement of the 10 letters. Homage to with the letter of the shape of syllable. By put 7 shakes the 3 words, Mary, Manda, and Binya. Homage holding in a hand the hammock moon of David Lakeball, which was Tara and Tara play, certainly dispelling poison. Homage and gods and their kings, and the king is the one. Amador of joyful splendor, she disposed by dreams and conflict. Homage to you, true light bright with radiance of sun and full moon, with her tower and to Tare, she disposed to be content. Homage for liberating, powered by a set of 3 natures, this heart hopes of spirit chakras, and raises cups and tipping to these praises with the root mantras and prostrations, thus are 21. I prostrate to noble transcendent liberator. Homage tower swift heroic, eyes like lightning instantaneous, sprung from open stamens of the Lord of Three-Born, Two-Born Lotus. Homage shoes, face combines 100 ornaments of fullest, blazing with white rays resplendent, as a thousand star collection. Homage golden blue on lotus, water born in hand adorning, giving effort calm austerities, patience meditation herstory. Homage crown of Tathagatas, action triumph without limit, relied on by conquered children, having reached every perfection. Homage to Terry, whom desire direction and speed, trampling with the feet the 7 world, able to draw other beings. Homage worshipped by the Lord, chakra armored by Maru, honored by the host of spirits, cultivated Gandharish actions. Homage with a train pay sounds, disposed magic diagram, both pressing left out riding, blazing in a raging fireplace. Homage to a very dreadful, destroyer of Mara's champions, she with frowning lotus visage, who is slayer of all enemies. Homage at her heart of fingers, adorned with Puja mudra. Light rays masses all excited, all directions wheels adorn her. Homage she so joyous radiant, crown emitting garlands of light, with her laughing with Chitara, subjugating Mara's devas. Homage she able to summon all its guardians assemblies, shaking frowning with the humsa, saving from every misfortune. Homage crown adorned with crescent, moon ornaments were shining, Amitabha in her hand, sending out my side eternal. Homage she wreath ablaze like Eon and the fire body, watch the victors around you, troops of enemies destroying. Homage she who strikes the ground with her powerful beats it, scaling with the letter whom the 7 levels she does conquer. Homage happy, virtuous, peaceful, she is with peace nirvana, she endowed with Om Soha, destroyer of the great evil. Homage she who joy surrounded, tearing first bodies asunder, reached with home and knowledge mantra, arrangement of the 10 letters. Homage to a witty letter of the shape of syllable. 5 foot something shakes the 3 worlds, Mary, Manda, and Vinya. Homage holding in her hand the hammock moon of David Lakeball, which was Tara and Chitara, subjugating Mary's homage to gods and their kings, and the killer is Joanna. Armored in all joyful splendor, she disposed my dreams and conflict. Homage to eyes bright with radiance of sun and full moon, which was her and to Tare, she disposed to be contained. Homage for the liberating, Padma is set of 3 natures, destroys hopes of spirit action, and raises sculptures to Pinture. These phrases with root matches and prostrations thus are 21. Venerable Arya, great treasure of compassion, grant your blessings to increase all unfavorable conditions and to clear away every obstacle so that all migrating beings may swiftly enter the city of eternal joy. Venerable Arya, great treasure of compassion, grant your blessings to increase all favorable conditions and to clear away every obstacle that all migrating beings may swiftly enter the city of eternal joy. Venerable Arya, great treasure of compassion, grant your blessings to increase all favorable conditions and to clear away every obstacle that all migrating beings may swiftly enter the city of eternal joy. So we'll bless the tea now. So we use the verse on page 173, and for the last three syllables, instead of chatsalo, it's chobabu. Om ahum, om ahum, om ahum. Ladang lamin chopengi jamni pemo latude pompa kunle josepe droma yamla chagbabu.
Number, yeah, okay. Dedications for Chinrizic Institute tonight from Ching Ching for Kepche Lama Zopa Rinpoche to swiftly return to all of us and fulfill our holy, and his holy wishes be quickly fulfilled. And Sally is the second donor for Lama Zopa Rinpoche and Marianne, dedicate to the clear light and swift human rebirth of Lama Zopa Rinpoche. May His Holiness the Dalai Lama have a long and healthy life. May all his work for the Tibetan people and peace throughout the world have great success. May all his students and followers be harmonious and gain great realizations. And may all his holy wishes be effortlessly and spontaneously fulfilled. And please pray and dedicate for Rinpoche to be reborn as quickly as possible in a place where he can be very quickly recognized and be of most benefit to sentient beings. May Tenzin Osel Hita have a long and stable life. May all his wishes be fulfilled and may his projects be successful. May Khyentse Rinpoche, Losang Riksen, Geshe Losang Jamyang, Geshe Phuntsot Sutram, and all our precious teachers have a good health, success, and long life. May we always meet with such infinitely kind teachers who inspire us to enter the Mahayana path and teach us the methods to attain enlightenment. May all our obstacles to the building a Maitreya statue be instantly removed, and may this great statue be accomplished quickly, according to the wishes of Lama Yeshe and Kepche Lama Zopa Rinpoche. May all those who rely upon who have made specific requests to Kepche Lama Zopa Rinpoche be free of obstacles to having a long and healthy life. May they be able to achieve all the realizations of the path in this lifetime, and may all their activities please the Guru. In all their lives, may they be guided by qualified Mahayana virtuous friends, and may all their Dharma wishes succeed immediately. May all the students and friends who work so hard for the FPMT in service of the Dharma, who sacrifice their lives for the Buddha's teaching, and to relieve the sufferings of sentient beings, have long and healthy lives. May they realize the path to enlightenment as quickly as possible. May all the sponsors and benefactors of Chinrizic Institute, especially the 1,000 armed Chinrizic members and their families, have long and healthy lives and realize their Dharma wishes quickly. May the Gabi Gabi people whose country Chinrizic Institute sits have healthy and happy lives, and we pay our respects to their elders, both past and present. Please pray that the following people are reborn in a pure land or take a perfect human rebirth, meet perfectly qualified Mahayana Guru and Mahayana teachings, and quickly become enlightened. All those killed due to war, terrorism, and natural disasters, and all those who have met untimely death. All those who have died from COVID-19, and all those who have died in the war between Russia and Ukraine. Margaret McGuinness, Mercedes Venerable Tupten Pimo, Annette McGuinness, Mercedes Garcia Guerrero, Gillian Kang, Pham Lee Lang, Mark Lewis, Ong Kyun Jun, Pat Lowe, Graham Davis, Claire Collins, Linda Harris, Lok Gransen, Mark Alexander Cole, D. Muro Rosetta, Robert Andrew Shun, Hishishki Paloa Caseta, Dan Connolly, David Maloney, Paul Bradley, Nguyen T. Locke, Jolene Heath, Marlene Robbins, Molly Pang Fing Mi Fung, Gisian Gan, Mark Wallace, Josie and Augusto Lima de Abu, Craig Gamel, Miss Yuan Ying Yi Ying, Yuan T Ban, Mandy May Fang Hish, Leona Sister, John Lunch, Li Yi Yao, Michael Long, Suvushan Gombavaj, Ignacio Gonzalez, Milton Lucas Sorrero, Edmund Pham, Eden Kamek, Alexander Mega, Agnes Mary Sanderson, Shane Jordan, SB Kamala, Diana Paloa, Charlie Coleman, Igor Vizildorf, Madam Lee Cho Yok Yung, Simon Rayner, Kuya Yoshinanga, Yangi Lamo, Chung Bong Sin, Helen Anderson, Isabel Voga, Elizabeth Normand, Ali Majid, Audrey Fair, Miss Wen Chun Yun, Garcia Lida da Rocha Vera, Tenserton Bologi, Jacqueline Nerver, Barbara Robinson, Yu Mi Chu, Luke Chen Yu, James O'Neill, Lloyd Trapp, and Jack Bright. Please pray for a perfect human rebirth for the following animals, all those killed during gardening, cleaning, and other activities in the center. Lizard, baby snake at Seymour Close, Marcus the dog, kangaroo, and all roadkill. Nala the dog, Joanna the cat, Borders at Harmony Hut, baby possum, and Addison. We make prayers to the deities of the elements for the following people with health and life obstacles. All those affected by COVID-19, all those affected by the war between Russia and Ukraine, all asylum seekers in detention, all those being cared for by Karuna and Shinamani hospices. John McRae, Christina Russo, Renate Ogilvie, Clarence Enrique Lokovich, Tanya Dudovich, JC Keeley, Rosalind Wood, Alana Miles, Sienna Miles, Christine Malloy, Annie Fran, Barry Wallach, Dan Parker, Marie Penny and her cat, Richard Gillow, Jane Bancroft, Colin and Kaya, Joan Holly and family, Grace Farley, Jane Fogarty, Marie Sexton, Anita Glidden, Doug Norman, Grace Farley, Michael Boltrey, Kay Minor, Nihi DeBella, Brendan the musician, Lorraine Donman, Barbara Compton, Carmen Gonzalez, Nguyen T. Hai Van, Nawang Tupton, Chris Perez Compton, Barry Compton, Kaiten Rossonell. We also make prayers for the following animals who are unwell, all those animals in Australia Zoo Wildlife Hospital, all animals facing slaughter, exploitation, and exploitation, all animals caught in bushfires, floods, and droughts. Rambarit the dog. May the hearts of people throughout the world be filled with tolerance, understanding, and compassion for each other. May the leaders of nations recall their responsibility for the well-being of their citizens, ensuring that their actions are guided by wisdom, courage, and compassion. May all those who are experiencing pain, fear, and devastation as a result of war, terrorism, and natural disasters be instantly relieved of their sufferings. And we pray that peace, happiness, and harmony prevail throughout the 10 directions where all sentient beings dwell.
Sorry. Okay, now we go back to page 173 and we'll do the third round. Ladang lamin chopangi sabni pamo latude pampa kunle josepe joma yamla chasao Ladang lamin chopangi sabni pamo latude pampa kunle josepe joma yamla chasalo Ladang lamin chopangi sabni pamo latude Pampa kunle Josepe, Joma yimla chatalo, Ladang lamin chupangi, Sabni famo latude, Pampa kunle Josepe, Joma yimla chatalo, Ladang lamin chupangi, Sabni famo latude, Pampa kunle Josepe, Joma yimla chatalo, Ladang lamin chapangi, shavni femo latude, pompa kunle Josepe, Yoma yimla chasalo, Ladang lamin chapangi, shavni femo latude, pompa kunle Josepe, Yoma yimla chasalo. Maria Teresa Parila Agam Pratisa Hum Soha. Maria Teresa Parila Agam Pratisa Hum Soha. Maria Teresa Parila Hupe Pratisa Hum Soha. Maria Teresa Parila Dupe Pratisa Hum Soha. Maria Teresa Parila Aloke Pratisa Hum Soha. Maria Teresa Parila Gande Pratisa Hum Soha. Maria Teresa Parila Nude Pratisa Hum Soha. Maria Teresa Parila Chapter Pratisa Hum Soha. Maria Teresa Parila Om Ahum. To Aryatara's holy feet I prostrate. I present clouds of every type of offering, actual and imagined. I declare all my negative actions accumulated since beginning this time, and rejoice in the merit of all holy and ordinary beings. Please remain until the end of psychic existence and turn the wheel of Dharma for living beings. I dedicate my own merits and those of all others to the great enlightenment. Jinkam uaju Vajra Bhumi Ahum Wensazegizaji Vajra Reki Ahum Chi Chari Koyi Kikoe Yusu Rigapuri Rab Shalupapo Lo Zambuling Nu Balancho Jaminyan Ludan Lupa Nayan Dan Nayan Yorando to Chojo, Dramin Yanga, Dramin Yangida, Charu Lampo Rinpoche, Lokinda Rinpoche, Nututa Rinpoche, Jangdu Sumo Rinpoche, Shalom Mampo Rinpoche, Lord Nutu Kolo Rinpoche, Nujandu Nobu Rinpoche, Jangsha Teche Chempo Bumpa, Nangi Shadu Nima, Nututawa. My own and others' body, speech, mind, wealth, and virtues of 3 times this pure, precious mandala and a massive Samanta Vajra's offering. I mentally take and offer to you my and the 3 precious ones. Please accept them through your compassion and bestow your inspiration. Saji Poki Jushin Beto Lichi Ni Degan Padi Sange Jindu Mi Te Uwa Yidro Kuna Jingla Chopa Shu. Please bless myself and others to accomplish all I wish in accordance with the Dharma just as we wish, and to pacify immediately the group of hindrances such as sicknesses, harm by spirits, and other obstacles. Idam Guru Ratna Mandala Kaniya Tayami. Sange Chodam Sogi Chonam La Jangchu Badu Dagni Kapsuchi Dagi Jinsogi Pedi Dagi Drola Penchi Sange Drupashu Sange Chodam Sogi Chonam La Jangchu Badu Dagni Kapsuchi Dagi Jinsogi Pedi Dagi Drola Penchi Sange Drupashu Sange Churam Sogi Chonamla Jangchu Badu Dagni Kapsuchi Dagi Jinsogi Pedi Dagi Rola Penchi Sange Drupashu. From her exalted body, a stream of nectar flows and enters the crown of the beneficiary and must completely filling our bodies and granting all blessings. Can we do the praises 7 times? Om, I prostrate to noble transcendent liberator. Homage to our swift heroic, eyesight lightning instantaneous, sprung from open stamens of the Lord of Three Bon Lotus. Homage to you, space combines 100 ordered moons at fullest, blazing with bright resplendent, as a thousand-star collection. Homage golden blue on lotus, hand at bone in hand adorning, giving ever calm austerities, patience meditation hers. Homage crown and Tathagata, action triumph without limit, relied on by conqueror's children, thirsty homage to you, whom desire direction and space, trampling with the feet the seven worlds, able to draw thought for being, homage worshipped by the All Lord, Chakra Amrabama Maru, honored by the host of spirits, cultivated Gandharish actions, homage with the train pace out, destroys for his magic diagram, perfect pressing left out riding, blazing in a raging fireblaze, homage to a very dreadful, destroyer of Madra's champions, she with frowning lotus visage, who is slayer of all enemies. Homage at her heart of fingers, adorned with 3 mudra, light rays masses all excited, all directions wheels adorn her. Homage she's so joyous radiant, crown and meeting garlands of light, earthly laughing with Tutare, subjugating Mara's devas. Homage she able to summon all earth guardians assembly, shaking frowning with a home side, saving from every misfortune. Homage crown adorned with crescent, moon ornaments my shining, Yami tabor in a hand, sending out lights out eternal. Homage to you, be the blaze, eon ending fire body. Watch your death rejoice around you, troops of enemies destroying. Homage to you strikes the ground with, her palm with beats it, scaling with the letter home, the 7 levels she does conquer. Homage happy, virtuous, peaceful, she is filled with peace nirvana. She endowed with Roman Soha, destroyer of the great evil. Homage you surrounded, tearing first bodies asunder, reached with home and knowledge mantra, arrangement of the 10 letters. Homage to a witty letter of the shape of syllable. Life with stamping shakes the 3 words, Mary, Mother, and Vinya. Homage holding in a hand the hemlock moon of David Lake form, with twice spoken Tara Mpe, totally dispelling poison. Homage to you, gods and their kings, and the Kinnaras to honor. Armored in all joyful splendor, she dispels bad dreams and conflict. Homage to you, 2 eyes bright with radiance of sun and full moon, with twice Hara and Tutare. She dismisses free contagion. Homage to the liberating, powered by the 3 natures, who shows hopes of spiritual action, and race course of Sutanturi. These praises, motions, and prostrations are set 21. Oh, my prostrate to noble transcendent liberator. Homage to our swift heroic, eyesight lightning instantaneous, sprung from open stamens of the Lord of Three Lotus. Homage to his face combines 100 ornaments that fullest, blazing with vibration splendor, as a thousand-star collection. Homage holding in the lotus, water born in hand adorning, giving ever calm austerities, patient meditation earthly. Homage crowned Tathagatas, action triumph without limit, relied on by conqueror's children, having reached every perfection. Homage filling with Tulare, whom desire direction and space, trampling with the 57 world, able to draw thoughtful beings. Homage worshipped by the all Lord, Chakra Amri Brahma Mara, honored by the host of spirits, cultivated Gandharish actions. Homage with the prayer and pay sound, this was magic diagrams. Perfectly pressing left up right and blazing in a raging fire. Homage to very dreadful, destroyer of Mara's champion. She with frowning lotus visage, who is slayer of all enemies. Homage at her heart of fingers, adorned with 3 mudra. Light rays masses all excited, all directions wheels adorn her. Homage she so joyous radiant, crown and meeting garlands of light. Earthly laughing with Tutara, subjugating Mara's devas. Homage to you able to summon all Earth Guardians Assembly, taking filing with the home side, saving from every misfortune. Homage crowned dome with crescent, moon on limits my shining, Emma tower in a hand, not sending out my side eternal. Homage to you with the blaze, like eon and new fire abiding. Watch of death just around you, troops of enemies destroying. Homage to you strikes the ground with her palm of foot beats it, scaling with the letter home, the seven levels she does conquer. Homage, happy, virtuous, peaceful. She is feels peace nirvana. She endowed with woman Soha, destroyer of the great evil. Homage, she's rejoiced around her, tearing first bodies asunder. Breathes with home and knowledge mantra, arrangement of the 10 letters. Homage to her with the letter of the shape of syllable. 5 foot 7 shakes the 3 word. Mary, Amanda, and Vinya. Homage holding in the hand the hammock minute David Lakeful, which was taught at our end pay, totally dispelling poison. Homage to you, gods and their kings, and the kin is to honor. Armored in or joyful splendor, she dispersed their dreams and conflicts. Homage to whose eyes bright with radiance the sun and full moon, which like her and Chitare, she dispersed the recontagion. Homage full of liberating. Kabbalah said three natures, destroys hopes of spiritual actions, and raised with corpses between two. These praises with mantra and prostrations are 21. Oh, my prostrate and noble transcendent liberator, homage tower swift heroic, outside lightning instantaneous, sprung from open statements of the Lord of Three Bontier One Lotus, homage to his face combines 100 ornaments of pulse, blazing with vibration resplendent, as a fast star collection, homage golden blue on lotus, water born in hand adorned, giving effort calm austerities, patience meditation has homage crown attack the goddess, action triumph without limit, relied on by conquered children, having reached every perfection, homage filling with Tatare, whom desire direction and space, trampling with the feet the seven were able to draw thoughtful being, homage worshipped by the All Lord, Chakra Amri Brahma Maru, honored by the hosts of spirits, concentrated Gandharish action, homage with a train pay sound, destroys red diagram, left pressing left up riding, blazing in a raging fireplace, homage to a very dreadful, destroyer of Mara's champions, she with frowning lotus busy, who is slayer of all enemies, homage at her harder fingers, adorn her with Rudra Mudra, light rays masters all excited, all directions wheels adorn her, homage she so joyous radiant, crown emitting gallons of light, mirthful laughing with Tatara, subjugating Mara's devas, homage she able to summon, all earth guardians assembly, taking crowning with the home side, saving from every misfortune. Homage crown adorned with crescent, middle limits by shining, Emma tower in her hand, not sending out my side eternal. Homage to your wreath of blaze light, eon ending fire abiding. Rush with breath with joy surround you, troops of enemies destroying. Homage to you strikes the ground with her palm of foot beats it, scaling with the letter home, the 7 levels she does conquer. Homage happy, virtuous, peaceful, shields, peace, nirvana. She endowed with woman Soha, destroyer of the great evil. Homage you joy surrounded, tearing first bodies asunder, breathes with home and knowledge mantra, arrangement of the 10 letters. Homage to a we see letter of the shape of syllable. 5 foot sensing shakes the 3 word, Mary, Amanda, and Vinya. Homage yielding in her hand the hammock moon of David Lake Phone, which was for Kantara and Pay, totally dispelling poison. Homage to gods and their kings, and the kin is to honor. Armored in all joyful splendor, she dispels her dreams and conflicts. Homage to two eyes bright with radiance, the sun and full moon, which was heart and Tutare. She dispels the recontagion. Homage for liberating, power by the set of three natures, this hopes of spiritual actions, and raise corpses supreme to it. These praises with mantras and prostrations are 21. Oh, my prostrate noble transcendent liberator, homage tower swift heroic, eyes like lightning instantaneous, sprung from open stamens of the Lord of Three Bontiban Lotus, homage to you, face combines 100 ornaments of pearls, blazing with vibrant resplendent, as a thousand star collection, homage golden blue on lotus, water born in hand adorned, giving effort calm austerities, patience meditation has Homage crowned Tathagatas, action triumph without limit, relied on by conquered children, having reached every perfection. Homage feeling with Tatare, whom desire direction and space, trampling with the feet the seven will, able to draw forth all beings. Homage worship by the all Lord, Chakra Ami Brahma Maru, honored by the hopes of spirits, cultivated Ganarish actions. Homage with a train pace out, disposed magic diagrams, perfect pressing left out riding, blazing in a raging fireplace. Homage to a very dreadful destroyer of Mara's champion. She with running lotus visage, who is slayer of all enemies. Homage had a heart of fingers, adorn her with a true nudra. I raise masters all excited. Humming she's so joyous, radiant, crown emitting garlands of light, laughing with tutare, subjugating Mara's death. Humming she able to summon all its guardians' assemblies, shaking, crowning with the humsa, saving from every misfortune. Homage crown adorned crescent, moon ornaments were shining, Amitabha in a hand, sending out much light eternal. Homage she with the blaze like eon ending fire body, Russia just around you, troops of enemies destroying. Homage she who strikes the ground with her palm of wood beats it, scaling with the letter home the seven levels she does conquer. Homage happy, virtuous, peaceful, shields, fearless, peace, nirvana. She endowed with them and Soha, destroyer of the great evil. Homage she able to surround it, tearing first bodies asunder. Priest with whom and knowledge mantra, arrangement of the 10 letters. Homage to a witty letter of the shape of syllable home. 5% he shakes the three words. Mary Mander and Vinya. Homage holding in a hand the hammock moon of David Lakebomb, which was second hour MP, totally dispelling poison. Homage to your gods and their kings, and the Kinnerers to honor, armored in all joyful splendor. She dispels red dreams and conflict. Homage to you is bright with radiance of sun and fullness. Which was her and Chitara. She is supposed to be contagious. Homage for liberating. Papa is said of three natures. Destroys hopes of spirit juncture, and raise corpses to returi. These praises with root matches, and prostrations thus at 20. Oh, my prostrate noble transcendent liberator. Homage Tara swift heroic, eyesight lightning instantaneous, sprung from open stamens of the Lord of Three One Two One Lotus. Homage she whose face combines 100 ornaments of fullest, blazing with vibrations splendid, as a thousand star collection. Homage golden blue one lotus, water born in hand adorned, giving effort calm austerities, patience meditation heresy. Homage crowned Tathagatas, action triumph without limit, relied on by conquered children, having reached every perfection, homage feeling with Tatara, whom desire direction and space, trampling with the feet the seven were able to draw forth all being, homage worshipped by the all Lord, Shakya Amabama Maru, honored by the host of spirits, cultivated Ganarish actions, homage with a train pace, and disposed magic diagrams, perfect pressing left out right, racing in a raging fireplace, homage to a very dreadful, destroyer of Mara's champions, she with frowning lotus visage, who is slayer of all enemies, homage at a heart of fingers, adorn her with three mudra, like race masters all excited, all directions will adorn her, homage she so joyous radiant, crown emitting gallons of light, Murphy laughing with Titara, subjugating Mara's devas, homage she able to summon, all its guardians assembly, taking crowning with a humsa, saving from every misfortune. Homage crown adorned with crescent, moon ornaments were shining, Amitabha in a hand sending out much light eternal. Homage to you, wreath of blaze like eon ending fire body, righteous breath rejoice around you, troops of enemies destroying. Homage to you, strikes the ground with her powerful beats it, scaling with the letter home the seven levels she does conquer. Homage happy, virtuous, peaceful, she is peaceful, peaceful, none. She endowed with love and Soha, destroyer of great evil. Homage she so joy surrounded, tearing first bodies asunder, reached with home and knowledge mantra, arrangement of the 10 letters. Homage to a witty letter of the shape of syllable home, by for stamping shakes the three words, Mary Amanda and Vinya. Homage holding in a hand the hammock moon of David Lakewell, which was token Tara MP, totally dispelling poison. Homage to you, gods and their kings, and the Kinnerers do honor. Armored in all joyful splendor, she dispels red dreams and conflict. Homage to us bright with radiance of sun and full moon. We Tara and Tutare, she disposed to be contagion, homage for the liberating, Pablo said of three natures, the hopes of spiritual action, and raise course of supreme Ture. These phrases with root mantras and prostrations thus are 21. Oh, my prostrate to noble transcendent liberator, homage tower swift heroic, eyesight lightning instantaneous, sprung from open statements of the Lord of Three Bone T-Bone Lotus, homage to his face combines the 100 ornaments at fullest, blazing with bright rays of splendor, as a thousand star collection, homage golden blue on lotus, water-born in hand adorning, giving effort calm austerities, patience meditation and homage crowned Tathagata, action triumph without limit, relied on by conquered children, having reached every perfection, homage filling with Tutare, whom desire direction and space, trampling with the feet the seven world, able to draw forth all beings, homage worshipped by the All Lord, Chakra Amri Brahma Maru, honored by the host of spirits, cultivated Gandharish actions, homage with the train paid sounds, displays magic diagrams, perfect pressing left uprighting, blazing in a raging fireplace, homage to a very dreadful, destroyer of Mara's champions, he with frowning lotus visage, who is slayer of all enemies, homage at her heart of fingers, adorn her with three mudra, ivory messes all excited, all direction wills adorn her, homage she so joyous radiant, crown emitting gallons of light, perfect laughing with Tutara, subjugating Mara's devils, homage to appeal to summon, all earth guardians assembly, taking frowning with the homes are, saving from every misfortune, homage crowned adorned with crescent, moon ornaments were shining, Emmy tower in a hand knot, sending out my side eternal, homage you with the blaze light, eon ended fire body, watch of district surround you, troops of enemies destroying, homage you strikes the ground with, head palm and foot beats it, scowling with the letter home there, seven levels she does conquer, homage happy virtuous peaceful, Jesus with peace nirvana, she endowed with woman so hard, destroyer of the great evil, homage you, joy surrounded, tearing foes bodies asunder, priest with home and knowledge mantra, arrangement of the 10 letters, homage to witty letter, of the shape of syllable, by foot sampling shakes the three words, Mary, Amanda, and Binya, homage holding in a hand the hammock minute David Lake poem, which was Tara and to Harpe, totally poison, homage to gods and their king, and the king is Duana, Amadino, joyful splendor, she dispels red dreams and complex, homage to us bright with radiance to sun and full moon, with white power and to Tare, she dispels to be contagion, homage for the liberating, powered by the set of three natures, destroy hopes of spiritual action, and raise the forces to Ture. These freezes with the remantras and prostrations thus are 21. Oh, my prostrate to noble transcendent liberator. Homage to our swift heroic, eyes like lightning instantaneous, sprung from open stamens of the Lord of Three Bunchibon Loot. Homage to you, face combines 100 ornaments of fullest, blazing with vibration splendor, as a thousand star collection. Homage golden blue on lotus, water-born in hand adorned, giving effort calm austerities, patience meditation herdsman. Homage crowned Tathagatas, action triumph without limit, relied on by conquered children, having reached every perfection. Homage filling with Tutara, whom desire direction and space, trampling with the feet the seven worlds, able to draw forth all beings. Homage worshipped by the All Lord, Chakra Amri Brahma Maru, honored by the host of spirits, cultivated Gandharish actions, homage with a tray and pesa, disposed magic diagrams, perfect pressing left uprighting, racing in a raging fireplace, homage to a very dreadful, destroyer of Mara's champions, she with frowning lotus visage, who is slayer of all enemies, homage had a heart of fingers, adorned her with three mudra, by his masses all excited, all directions wheels adorn her, homage she so joyous radiant, crown emitting garlands of light, earthly laughing with Tutara, subjugating Mara's devils, homage she able to summon, all earth guardians assembly, shaking frowning with the homes saving from every misfortune. Homage crown adorned with crescent, moon ornaments were shining, Amitabha in a hand knot, sending out my child eternal. Homage to you with the blaze light, eon ending fire abiding, righteous left joy surround you, troops of enemies destroying. Homage to you strikes the ground with Their palm foot beats it, scaling with the letter home. The 7 level shields conquer. Homage happy, virtuous, peaceful. Shields feelings with nirvana. She endowed with love and soul heart. Destroyer of the great evil. Homage shield just surrounded. Tearing first bodies asunder. Reach with home and knowledge mantra. Arrangement of the 10 letters. Homage to a witty letter. Of the shape of syllable. 5% who shakes the 3 words. Mary, Amanda, and Vinya. Homage holding in a hand the hammock made David Lakeful, which was her into her papa. Totally spelling poison. Homage she goes in the kings and the kinners to honor. Armored in all joyful splendor, she dispels my dreams and conflicts. Homage she to lights bright with radiance of sun and full moon. With her Tara and Tutare, she dispels to be contagion. Homage for liberating, power is set 3 natures. No shut hopes of spiritual action and raise closer to enduring. These praises with the mantras and frustrations are Psalm 21. Whoever is endowed with devotion for the goddess and recites this with supreme faith, remembering it at dawn upon waking and in the evening, will be granted all fearlessness, will perfectly pacify all negativities, and will eliminate all unfortunate migrations. The multitudes of conquerors will quickly grant initiation. Thus endowed with this greatness, one will eventually reach the state of a Buddha. If affected by the most terrible poison, whether ingested, drunk, or from a living being, just by remember one will be thoroughly cleansed. If this prayer is recited 2, 3, or 7 times, it will pacify all sufferings of torments caused by spirits, fevers, and poison, and by other beings as well. If you wish for a child, you will get a child. If you wish for wealth, you'll receive wealth. All your wishes will be fulfilled, and all obstacles pacified. Om Vajra Amrita Kundalini Hana Hana Hum Pe. Om Sarva Shuddha Sarva Dhamma Sarva Shuddha Om. Everything becomes emptiness only. While it is empty, from Yam appears wind, from Ram fire, and from R a transcendental wisdom skulker, vast and big. In it, from the melting of the 5 meats and 5 nectars, comes a huge ocean of transcendental wisdom nectar. Om Ahum, Om Ahum, Om Ahum. The gurus and hosts of deities of Venerable Arya Tara partake of the Torma by drawing it up through the light straw of their Vajra tongue. Om Arya Tara Sapari Vari Idam Balinta Kaka Kai Kai. Om Arya Tara Sapari Vari Idam Balinta Kaka Kai Kai. Om Arya Tara Sapari Vari Idam Balinta Kaka Kai Kai. Om Arya Tara Saparivari Agam Padyam Pupe Dupe Aloke Gande Nude Shabda Pratisahum Soha. Om Arya Tara Saparivari Om Ahum. Ladang Lamin Chopengi Shabni Pemo Latude. Pompa Kunle Josepe, Yoma Yumla Chatsalo.
So now we just turn back 1 page and then just get the gold book ready on page 300. So we're blessing the tea. Om Vajra Amrita Kundali Hana Hana Hum Pe. Om Sababa Shuddha Sabba Dhamma Sababa Shuddha. Everything comes emptiness only. While it is empty, from Yam appears wind, from Ram fire, from R transcendental wisdom skull cup, vast and big. In it, from the melting of the 5 meats and 5 nectar, comes a huge ocean of transcendental wisdom nectar. Om Ahum, Om Ahum, Om Ahum. And now page 300. Ori kun tada lama lo zentu, Doje Chawan Tenzin Gatsu, Tiger Lama Rinchen Chosum Te Tu Tu Si Do Adi Bugi, Shenam Son De Nudu Lunjun Jampa Po Doje Jida, Heru Kaso Naman Kudichi, Yidam Kyuko La So Tam Chela, Te Tu Tu Si Do Adi Bugi, Shenam Son De Nudu Lunjun Drampa Samgi Lanke Dewa Chu, Dose de chen doje pamasu, Nazum pao paro tam shela, De tu si do adi bugi, Shenam son de ne de lunjun so, Drampa samgi si ji la jo, So a tepe no ru tam che so, Tapa samgi si so si wina, Yidem pema manchin la so la, De tu si do adi bugi, Shenam son de ne de lunjun so, Nusa gampa tam chan chokiga, mazo gama namanto pese, pompo shashi koso chanamla, te tu si do adi bogi, shenam son de nude lunjun so, kelun dongu malu shuene, kaupo chempa namanto pese, nore no shi la lu ko chela, tuga sewa seken chopadi, polo chodu no du so, Sirin china chama chunisho, nashi si pe la lu shi danda, kao po kuna kuso chapada, la sin jige drenyon tam chel, te tu si do adi bugi, shenam son de nu de lunjun so, kai pa doja lama lapanam, tan tu sun component je pai, kai la yu la jala nam pola, te tu si do adi bugi, Shenam son de ne de lunjun su, Marguerite ju sim chen tam che da, no she dogan en che ne wala, de tu si se kem di che ne, tu na lan chu ma lu da gu chi, do na nan chi si pe la ma si, de ge dren yen chen pa ma lu pa, kai pa yu di la lu shi lan la, de tu si do a di bugi, Shenam son de ne de lunjun su, no se monte chonye shiki. Namro daya masame padi. So jene gadu sharuten. Mene si te ge petrinezu. Te shin la me kusan tampana. Gedun te jin sin kopel. Choso te gedu sumanam. Love so nano lanto te jinso. Dazo te jin sin kopel wachi. She drajida nam ki sampato. Shita sampajru sindrupada, Neronge soparu chopesho, Newa shiva shingi labtu so. And then back to Tupten, Venerable Tupten.
We go back to page 186. We're down the bottom of page 186 for prayers. Venerable Arya and your retinue, please bless me with the affection of your non-referential compassion, so I may be able to fulfill all my wishes without obstacles. Let the teaching and practice of victorious ones in general, and the doctrine of Losang in particular, spread to the 10 directions. Let the Sangha who uphold the doctrine be harmonious, and may all their enlightening activities increase. Please pacify conflicts, famine, and sickness in this country, increase the Dharma and good fortune, expand the power of Dharma rules, and grant happiness to central and border areas. Please protect us from temporary and ultimate fears, such as the 8 and 16 great fears, spirits, plagues, nightmares, and bad omens, as well as the suffering of samsara, the unfortunate saints, and so forth. May life, prosperity, and merits increase. May all negative thoughts be pacified. Please grant your blessings that realizations of the 3 principles of the path and the 2 stages may quickly be completed. From now until the essence of enlightenment, I have no other refuge in you. Please care for me as a mother does her only child. Om Padma Sattva Samaya Manu Palaya Padma Sattva Teno Patita Dido Mebava Sutasha Mebava Supasha Mebava Anarakta Mebava Sava Siddhi Me Prayata Sava Kama Sutram Chitam Shre Kuruhun Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sava Tata Gata Padma Mama Mucha Padma Baba Mahasamaya Sava Ahum Te. with all my actions performed here, with whatever I could not find or was not able to do, please be patient. Please also be patient with all the rituals that I have performed incorrectly or with omissions. For the benefit of all migratory beings, please abide in this image, granting wealth, highest goodness, and long life free from sickness. Om Suprateshra Vajya Soham. Through the merits of these virtuous actions, may I quickly attain a state of Aryatara and lead all living beings without exception into that enlightened state. Like a wish-fulfilling tree and a fortune-jeweled vase, you are the wish-fulfilling treasure, granting all desires and fulfilling all hopes. O conquerors, Mother Tara, and all conquerors with your children, take care of me and grant me the auspicious signs of increasing. Then we go back to the page, the gold book on page 321. Jangchu Semcho Rinpoche, Ma Ke Panam Ge Guchi, Ke Panam Pa Me Pai, Gone Gondu Pelwa Shu. 320. Jig Tan Kam Di Pende Ba Pa Yang Le Shu Wei Sam Pel Yi Shi No Kadrin Sume Tenzin Gao Su Chu Hu Se Ten Qing Tu Jun Lun Zhu Shu Tong Ni Ni Zhe Dun Du Zhu Pei Lang Che Che Sao Zhe Yan Chen Chen Drogo Chana Pemo Tenzin Gao Sola Soa Deb So Judu Lo Dru. This point we'll go to this. Has everybody got this? Oh. Yeah. You can, just for now, you can just listen if you like. Okay, so a prayer for the swift return of Lama Zopa Rinpoche by His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama Tenzin Gyatso. Peerless teacher and assembly of children of the victorious ones, Shravakas and Pratika Buddhas, victorious Lozang, father and sons, together with your lineage, all the objects of refuge of the infinite lands, please now bestow the virtue and goodness to accomplish this prayer. In holding and spreading the Muni's precious teachings, through explanations and practice, you wore the armor of patience that is never deserted. Incomparably better to you I make request. Sole gateway through which all benefit and happiness emerge, while striving exclusively for the welfare of the victorious ones, teachings, and the mother living beings, you suddenly departed to peace. At this I lost hope. Nevertheless, the undeceiving truth of the blessing of the ocean of the three jewels and the great waves of the mind generation of the children of the victorious ones, may the smile of a new incarnation swiftly beam in glory for all fortunate disciples. Very nice. Okay. Due to all the past, present, and future merits collected by me, and all the merits of the 3 times collected by numberless Buddhas, numberless sentient beings, which are completely empty, existing from their own side, may I, who am completely empty, existing from my own side, achieve the state of enlightenment, which is completely empty, existing from its own side, and lead all living beings who are completely empty, existing from their own side, to that state which is completely empty, existing from its own side, by myself alone, who is completely empty, existing from my own side. I fully dedicate all these virtues to be able to train just like the hero Manjushri who knows reality, and just like Samantabhadra. So I fully dedicate all my roots of virtue with the generation of places of death, and all the gone beyond, because of the 3 times in order to have good conduct. For the Dharma King Tsongkhapa's way of Dharma to flourish, may all signs of obstacles be pacified, and all conducive conditions be complete. Due to the 2 types of merits of 3 times of myself and others, may the teachings of the victorious one, Lama and Zopa, shine resplendent forever and ever and ever and ever. Okay. Okay.